Welcome to my life. How is everyone doing today? I am so excited because we're celebrating 5 years. If this is your first time watching me, you picked the perfect day to watch. My name's Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer, and I am a business coach. And I help women create a profitable business that they love. And today we are celebrating my 5 year business anniversary. I have been in business, I have been Krys the Maximizer for 5 freaking years. Hey, Kalia, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And in today's live, I'm going to tell y'all a whole damn story. If you were here yesterday, thank you, Art of Food. If you were here yesterday, I told my story of how and why I started my business. And we were on live for about 90 minutes talking about how and why I started my business. And tonight, I really want to dig into celebrating my 5 years. I'll talk a little bit more about like starting Krys the Maximizer. Hey, thank you so much. Ari loves bling. Thank you. Oh, is it Argel loves bling? RG loves bling. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Hey Rose, thank you so much. I'm gonna talk about how I got fired from my corporate 9 to 5, and I actually got fired on my 1 year YouTube anniversary. Thank you so much for the rose. And that makes this anniversary so much sweeter because not only are we celebrating 5 years as having a business, we're celebrating 4 years of being full time in this business. We're celebrating 4 years of being fired. And I'm so excited. I'm so elated. I actually need to go onto Facebook and share this and share this on my personal Facebook page because I'm going live on my Krys the Maximizer Facebook page, but I'm gonna share this on my personal page right now. Share now publicly because I need people to know. Like when I got fired, it was a big deal. So I took notes. So I would love to know where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country you're watching from. Hey, thank you so much for joining. And what are you drinking? The question today is what are you drinking? This is a party, this is a celebration. So I want you all to let me know where you're watching from and what you're drinking. I have a frozen margarita. It has strawberry, banana, peach, and mango. That's the 4 flavors. I always make my frozen margaritas with frozen fruit, and then I use Master of the Mix's strawberry and mango mix to make it good with tequila. And listen, baby. Listen, I got a water too. I bought me a water bottle up here too. So go ahead and make you a drink. I'm not going to start the excitement yet, but whenever I make a frozen one, it always gets stuck in the straw. So I might have to go to the bathroom and run some water in this. So I'm live on all my platforms. So let me know what y'all drinking and where y'all from. Kalia's in Huntsville. She's drinking water. Listen, girl, we need that water. I'm going to go make a drink. Yes, sis, go make you a drink. Rose is drinking Powerade. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Erica. Okay, I got to go. It's frozen. Let me just rinse this really quick. Sometimes whenever I start whenever I put it in there, it like freezes inside. Okay, Art of Food is here from Chicago. Thank you so much for joining. Clarissa is drinking cranberry juice. So let us know where you're watching from and let us know what you're drinking. Mother Daughter Cakes is here from Florida. What part of Florida? I'm in Orlando. All right, y'all. So it's my 5 year business anniversary. I have been Krys the Maximizer for 5 years. We're also celebrating 4 years of me getting fired from my corporate 9 to 5 and going full time. So last night's live, and we're doing a 5 day live series. Every day we have a different topic. So tonight, Naples, okay. So tonight we're going to be talking about how I got fired and freed. How me getting fired freed me. And I made notes because I like to talk a lot. Like we were on live for 90 minutes last night. And oh my gosh, they're falling down. We were on live for 90 minutes last night because your girl likes to talk. It's a celebration. So I honestly don't care how long I'm on live tonight. I don't care how long it takes me to tell the story. I'm telling every single detail. And I'm going to share with y'all this deep revelation that I had. If you have to pop out for any reason, the live replay will be up on my Instagram. My Instagram is also at Krys the Maximizer, and it will be up on my Krys the Maximizer YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels now. I'll tell you about it in just a second. I wanted my hair to be down and cute because I'm really about to take these braids out, but I'm going to wait until my live tomorrow to take the braids out. So they are just itching me. But our wall of fame is falling down, so let me tape them up so they don't fall down. Okay, so I know, Erica, I can't believe it's been 5 years. We are going to start with the part of me getting fired. If you want to know the before story of how I got to that point, you're going to have to watch the replays from yesterday. You can grab them on Instagram or on my Krys the Maximizer YouTube channel. So before we dig into all that, I have 2 big announcements, 2 huge announcements. The first one is tonight is the last night to grab my anniversary business bundle. So if you're someone who's new to business, hey, Andrea, thank you so much for joining. You're drinking water in Alabama. I hear you, girl. If you're someone who is new to business or you're thinking about starting a business, you want to start a business and you don't know where to start, this business bundle is for you. In honor of my 5-year anniversary, I put it together. It includes a mini training of 5, actually 6 tips to start an online business. It's a 25-minute training you get immediate access to. There's also a 2-page workbook where in the workbook, I list out all the websites that I share in the mini training. I'm hot. Let me turn my fan on. I list all the websites that I share in the mini training, as well as all the questions that you need to ask yourself to help you start your business. And third of all, the best part of the mini training the best part of the bundle is that you get a Zoom Q&A session with me to ask me all of your business questions. That session is on Tuesday, August 22nd. It's day 5 of our live series. Hey, Shakira. And you can ask me all of your business questions. You can pick my brain, ask me whatever. And in honor of my 5-year anniversary, you can get the bundle for $15.55. That's it. $15.55. The regular price of something like this, thank you so much, would be around $50. The price is going up tomorrow to $35. So if you want to get it tonight, hey, Marceline, if you want to get the bundle tonight for $15.55, just go to KrysTheMaximizer.com and click on anniversary bundle. Hey, D. So go to KrysTheMaximizer.com and click on anniversary bundle. Tonight's the last night to get it for $15.55. When you join, you're going to get your name up on the wall of fame. I do have some ladies who joined last night, so I'm going to put them up a little bit later. While I'm telling the story, I'll put them up later. But if you want to sign up, go to KrysTheMaximizer.com. It's linked in my bio on YouTube and Instagram. My Krys is Krys, because some people asked last night. But I wanted to put that out before we started the live, so you knew at 11:59 p.m. tonight, the price is going up. So if you want that bundle, if you have business questions, if you're struggling with starting, you should get in. It's a great way to work with me. This is the most affordable price I've ever had it. You will not be able to get business coaching from me for this cheap again. I promise you. It'll never, ever be under like $25 again. So I encourage you to snag it now. The price goes up tomorrow. If you wait till tomorrow, it's $35. Second huge announcement. I started a new YouTube channel. It launches tomorrow. My brand new YouTube channel is called Build a Business with Krys. If you were here last night, when I started Krys the Maximizer, it was literally just a YouTube channel. I didn't have high expectations in the sense of I didn't expect to make money for the first year. I didn't expect for it to grow so rapidly. What I discovered is that I hit the threshold for monetization in like 90 days, which is absolutely insane. And that YouTube channel made me Krys the Maximizer. That YouTube channel built up my audience. In the first year, I want to say I had somewhere around like 15,000 subscribers. When I got fired, I had 15 or 17,000 subscribers. And I had just hit 1 million overall views on my channel, which was absolutely insane. So YouTube has always been my main social media platform. Even though I have more followers on TikTok, YouTube has always been my main platform. And I've also been able to get a lot of my clients from YouTube. So as I'm pivoting to business coaching, hey, Cece, thank you so much for joining us. as I'm pivoting to business coaching, I decided I wanted to start, thank you, D. I wanted to start a business YouTube channel. I wanted a dedicated place for all my business tips. So enter Build a Business with Krys. And I made a big old margarita, y'all, so I got to drink it because last night I was talking too much. So Build a Business with Krys is going to have tons of business tips, strategies, techniques, things that I've learned over the years that helped me, especially in the beginning. So it's for you. If you're new to starting a business, 0 to 2 years, the YouTube channel is for you. It's linked in my website. You can click new YouTube channel. I've changed the button on my website. When you click YouTube, it takes you to the new YouTube channel. It's linked on TikTok and on Instagram. You can subscribe. The first videos are dropping tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow, just tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified. But at least 2 videos are going to be dropping for you tomorrow. And you can expect a video pretty much daily through the end of August. Most likely in September as well, but we're just going to do August for now. So those are my 2 major announcements before we get this party started. Get the business bundle. It's $15.55 until midnight. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to start a business. If you don't want to start a business, that YouTube channel is not for you. So no need to subscribe, okay? My TikTok and my Instagram will stay the same. And my Krys the Maximizer YouTube channel will continue to be a couponing focused YouTube channel. I'm only going to be posting couponing content. So whenever I shop, I'll post it there. And Build a Business with Krys will turn into my main channel. As soon as I get enough subscribers to go live, then I will be switching over to going live on that channel as well. And I'll still go live on TikTok and Instagram. All right. And I'll only go live on that couponing channel when I have couponing content, unless StreamYard lets me go live on both, then of course y'all know I'm the queen of a double dip. I will go live on both. But those are my updates. Thank you so much. I got it. I'm on your wall. Yay! So excited to have you in the bundle. So excited to have you in the bundle. But let's get to the juicy part because this is a party. So make sure y'all have y'all drink. I got my margarita right here. It is so good. Like so good. Like, if you're not making your frozen margaritas with frozen fruit, you're doing it wrong. I never put ice in mine. Never. No ice. Straight frozen fruit. It's basically a tequila smoothie. So the same way I wake up and make my smoothies, instead of water for my smoothies, I use tequila and margarita mix. I don't put ice in my smoothies either. Only frozen fruit. Because the ice weighs it down. Okay. So let's talk about, and I just had a deja vu. Like, this moment happened in my dreams before. I got my vino. Yes. Okay. So like literally just had a deja vu. That comment that you just posted, D, me looking at my screen and saying what I just said, that happened to me before. Are we going to get a book for it? No, there's no book for the YouTube channel. If you're talking about the bundle, the workbook is a link. So you just click it and it's a digital Google Doc. So all you do is make a copy and it's a Google Doc. So there's no physical book or like a digital book. But with the YouTube channel, no, it's just, watch the YouTube videos. Okay, so my notes. I had 2 pages of what I'm supposed to say tonight while we were talking about 5 years since I started my YouTube channel. Okay, so first things first, I can't believe it's been 5 years. I feel like it was just yesterday that I started and I was so excited. And it was a different level of excitement because, as I told y'all, every day that I was posting on that YouTube channel and I was getting views, my subscriber count was going up. It like gave me, what's the word of why we scroll on? What is the thing that we get? The endorphin release, the serotonin. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but whatever that feeling is we get inside of us, that excited feeling. Every time I would get on my YouTube channel and it would be more subscribers and more comments, I was getting that feeling. So I can still remember that excitement. I can still remember how I felt. And I just remember I was supposed to call Kinsley when I got out the shower and I didn't. She's probably going to be mad. I have to call her after this, but it's going to be like an hour later. I remember that feeling. And I can't believe, yes, butterflies, but there's like a chemical word, like an endorphin hit that we get when good things keep coming to us and the things that we wanted are coming to us. And I remember that feeling so vividly. Like I can still feel it. And it's the same feeling I get every time somebody signs up for one of my programs. Every time somebody invests in themselves and inadvertently joins something and works with me, like I get that same feeling. And I just can't believe that it's been 5 years. I guess endorphins would be the right word, y'all. I guess it will be. I guess it's endorphins because that's what I had in my mind. And I was gonna say pitocin, but that's when you're pregnant. Not that. Um, so what I really want to focus on tonight is after my first year and how I got fired and how me getting fired turned into a multiple six-figure dopamine. Yes, D, that's the word I was thinking of, the dopamine hit. That's what it is. And talk about how I got fired from my 9 to 5. So I'll start with me getting fired from my 9 to 5 because that's where we ended last night. So August 19th, 2018, the Friday before, which was like what, the 16th, I called out of work. The whole 2019 was rough in terms of work. After 3 years of being the top recruiter, I was having a rough 6 months. I hit a really, really rough patch. Again, like I told y'all last night, I was in the hospital. I had to deal with a medical issue where I had to go to the hospital pretty much twice a week, every week for 6 weeks. And I could have almost died from what happened to me. My direct manager knew this. So that was like weighing on me. It was emotionally and physically awful what I was dealing with. Like I don't even have a better term to say besides it was awful. I was terrified, and all of my family was in Baltimore, and it was just me and Kinsley in Florida, and I felt very alone. And it wasn't their fault, but they wanted to come down. But I'm like, this is a long, drawn out thing. It's not like a one-time thing or surgery, and I was going to recover from it. It was an ongoing thing. So it wasn't feasible for my family to come and stay with me for 7 weeks. They all had jobs and stuff. So I was dealing with this thing pretty much physically alone. I was physically dealing with it. I was taking care of Kinsley. And 2019 was just really bad for me for my 9 to 5. In my business, it was flourishing. I was going to conferences. I was getting clarity. But in 2019, I was put on my first ever performance improvement plan. I've never been on one until that moment. I had never missed my numbers that much. I've missed my numbers a couple times a year in 2016, 2017, and 2018. But when I say a couple times a year, like literally I can count on one hand how many times I missed my numbers and it like impacted me. 2019, it was like 6 months I was doing terrible. So I had got a new director and they said my slate was wiped clean and I was off the pip. I was doing better. We got a new director. Everything was going to be fine. Well, I told y'all about that meeting that I had. So last night I explained that in 2019, we had a meeting with our VP, our director, the managers, all the recruiters, some of like the admin people and the recruiters. And I had been fed up. I had been fed up for a while. And this is a couple weeks before I got fired, but this is important to the story. And in that meeting, they tried to hold us accountable for things they never told us. They gave us some bogus answers that made no sense. The VP was basically like on a power trip where it's like, just because I'm the VP and I can make these rules, I don't care if they don't make sense. I don't care if they make your life hard. I'm going to make these rules and you need to follow them. So for the first time ever, and I talk too much, I'm mouthy. I'm always talking back. I never really talked back to the VPs, but I had been fed up. And some other things had happened too. But thank you so much, CC. Some other things had happened too in this job. But when I tell you I reached my fed up point, I was to the point where if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I was praying to God every day to get me out of this job before I lose my mind. Like that was my prayer for the last 3 months before I got fired. God, get me out of this job before I lose my mind. Splitting headache when I got to the parking lot. It was like instant. And when I got in the car to drive home, headache gone. Headache gone. In this meeting, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat if you've done this at any job you've ever worked at. where it's so many things that you want to say, you should say, but you can't say because you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get fired. There's going to be pushback. People going to look at you crazy. And we all know there's just certain things you just don't say in meetings. There's certain things you don't say in front of the higher ups. There's just certain things we don't say. I get that. When I said I was this fed up, I let her have it in the nicest way possible. I asked every question everyone was thinking, but no one dared to ask. When I tell you that it was so quiet in that room, you could hear a pin drop. I laughed in her assistant's face. Like the assistant was explaining something that we were supposed to be held accountable for that they never told us. She admitted she never told us, and I laughed and I was like, so how can we be in trouble for something that we never knew? Room silent. I'm laughing. Room silent. Room silent. I'm laughing because I'm like, so you want us to be in trouble now for something that y'all decided in a meeting and never relayed that information to our managers or to us? Room silent. I let her have it. I asked her so many questions. I asked her strategic questions along the lines of, you said this was true. She said yes. I said, well, you said this was true. She said yes. So if A and B are true, why can't we equal up to C? One of her answers was literally, because I said so. And I laughed at her again, because you just told us A and B. So if A and B are true, it equals C. Why is C not available to us? And she literally said, because I said so. And I laughed in her face. I wasn't sitting next to her. I was across the table and my back was towards her looking at the PowerPoint. And I just laughed at her. She did not like that I disrespected her. She did not like that I asked those questions. Did I ask him in a disrespectful way? No. I had a tendency when I was in corporate. Like right now, I'm super excited. This is my excited voice. I had a tendency in corporate to be like this. Okay, so if you said A and you said B, why can't we do C? I had to reduce myself, because when I talked like this, they thought I was loud. They thought I was rambunctious, but this is my natural tone. I grew up in a house where everyone's loud. Like screaming is just our regular decibel. And I was also told at this job, I can't use the way that I've grown up as an excuse to act at work. And I'm like, but this is how I talk. This is how I am. Like I talk with my hands. I'm super animated. So I had to like not be myself, which is one of my lines on here. But I had to like reduce myself. So I didn't ask it. When I laughed, yeah, the laughing was probably definitely disrespectful. But at that point, I didn't care. After the meeting, all my coworkers, girl, you said everything we were thinking. I wish I would have said it. The other coworkers, you better watch your back. They're going to let you go for that. And I literally said in the hallway, as loud as for everyone to see, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Everything was fine for a couple weeks. Then I missed my numbers. So in this recruiting world, you had to have people hired. So on Friday, I had 5 people hired. My minimum goal for people hired was 4. So we always would try to hire like 20% more for this reason. So I hired 5 and my goal was a minimum of 4. So I had 5 people hired on Friday. On Monday, only 3 of them showed up. The other thing is that it's not my fault if people don't show up, because they let us hire up until the last minute, because they had us hiring 10 and 15 people every single week, which was insane. You can never get ahead when you have to hire 10 people every week, even 10 people every other week. You can never get ahead. It was a revolving door. So I missed that number. The next week was the week before my anniversary. So that Friday, I called out of work. When I tell you I woke up and my head was just like, we can't do it. It was the first week of school for Kinsley. So I woke up, I text my manager, I'm not coming in today. I do not feel good. Took Kinsley to school, went back in bed. I spent the whole day in bed. That weekend, as soon as work time was over, I felt immediately better. I picked Kinsley up. We got some ice cream. We went to Disney that weekend. We recorded YouTube videos. We posted them. They even popped up on my memories today. We posted the YouTube videos. We had a great day. Monday rolls around. It's my anniversary. So although my head is pounding in the parking lot, we're in the parking lot. Well, I'm in the parking lot. I have stories, my Instagram stories. I saw those again today of my 1 year YouTube anniversary, I just hit 1 million views, y'all. 1 million views on my channel. 1 million views. I was so happy in that parking lot. I was like, I don't care what happens at this job today, this week. I've got almost 17,000 subscribers. I just hit 1 million views. It's my anniversary. So I went in that day and I was selling my coworkers my stockpile. So they would put their orders in and they would tell me what they wanted. So that morning, I had been selling laundry detergent, paper towels, toilet paper, toothpaste, all the things. So I had a big bag. Okay. So when I got fired, it went something like this. It was lunchtime. But throughout the day, none of my systems were working. I was calling and emailing. None of my systems were working. The person that was supposed to help me wasn't answering. And I was like, why is none of my systems working? Lunchtime, they cleared all of my coworkers out of the office. I think they thought I was going to go like crazy black woman, whatever. So at lunchtime, my manager comes to me. So I have a manager, I have a director, and I have a VP. And then the recruiters are down here. My manager grabs me. And before, we only had managers for like 6 months because before it was just recruiters and director. We didn't even have a manager. Everything just went straight to the director. Manager grabs me. She's like, can I talk to you? I'm like, sure. I get up. We go to the VP, the director's office because her office is like in our office. The VP's in there. I sit down. She's like, Crystal, how are you? I'm good. Well, we're going to terminate you for performance. I said, okay. She said, we'll pay you out your PTO and we'll pay you for this week. And I said, okay. She said, your manager is going to help you pack up your desk and walk you out. And I said, okay. Is that it? She said, yes. I got up. I went to my desk and I started packing. My manager's like, oh, do you need a box? I was like, no. Half my stuff was packed up under my desk already. I had that bag that I had the bag that I brought my couponing stuff in for my coworkers. I had that bag. So I was packing all my stuff. My work husband walks by. He's like, what's happening? And I was like, termination. He was like, for real? I said, yes. My work husband used to be on my team, but he moved to another team that sat at the end of the office. So he told me, he said, let me know when you're done. I'll walk you to your car. I said, cool. I'm packing. I took all their shit. Every sticky note, every pen, every stapler, paper clip, everything that I was using on my desk. We had won this award called the ARTA. It's the highest award in like the timeshare world. So we had won that as a team of recruiters. I busted my ass. I hired over 300 people. I took that award with me. The rest of these little dumb basic awards, she had given us talent awards. I left all that crap there. Packed up everything. Told my manager, I'm ready. Go get my work husband. So he comes and grabs my stuff. I go back into the office with the VP and the director. My director was new. She was a recruiter before. She was a sweet woman. She didn't have anything to do with this. I knew this was not her decision. I would die on that hill. I swear if I talked to her today, she probably would say it was not her fault. It was the VP gunning for me. I don't think that director, she didn't even have a chance to like really work with me enough to even put her impact on me as I was in my rut. So I went in there. She had tears in her eyes. And I was like, this is not your fault. This don't got nothing to do with you. Looked at this little VP. God, I would love to see her today. Looked at her. And I said, thank you. Because now I can be great. Now I can be great. And then I started to cry. I'm an emotional person. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. I started to cry. Here's my little manager. She's like, oh, Crystal, don't cry. It's going to be okay. And I was like, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm not crying because I'm sad. These are mad happy tears. Because I wanted this wench to see you did not break me. You are not making me go mad black woman in this office. I'm not cussing. I'm not screaming. I'm not upset. F you and the horse you rode in on. Yes, you gave me an opportunity. You helped me go from an intern to an HR coordinator to a recruiter. You recruited, you promoted me quickly. I thank you for the opportunity, but I worked my ass off to get there. I had to prove myself. If I wasn't a hard worker, you wouldn't have just given me an opportunity. I earned the opportunity that you gave me, right? So F you and the horse you rode in on, because you didn't really care what I was going through. You didn't really care to ask me. Yeah, I was on a PIP and y'all asked me what you can do to help me, but that was disingenuous. You did that so you had the paperwork to fire me when you were ready to fire me, which is fine. Okay. I wanted her to see that. I wanted her to feel uncomfortable. I wanted her to know you ain't break me. When I tell you, when I walked out of that office, the HR ladies that I worked with, who when I was an intern, I was on their team, they were in tears. The HR director, who turned out to be the HR VP later, he called me maybe like a day or two later, maybe the same day, told me he was sorry I got fired. He felt personally responsible for me. If I needed a recommendation or anything for another job, let him know. And I appreciated him for that. And every manager or anyone who knew me at that job, they were like, we're going to miss you, but you're going to do so much better outside of here. So many people were happy that I got fired. I called my mother and she was praising the Lord that I got fired because the job had been such a source of contention in my life. And I truly feel like it was holding me back from my greatness. Like I could not be myself there. And I want to talk about that in a second. Getting fired was quite possibly one of the best days of my life. Okay. I had about 4 months of living expenses saved up because I was planning to quit. And I showed y'all because I have my 2018 and my 2019 planner. I've always been a planner girl. Okay. And I kept these and I'm so happy I did. This is my 2019 planner, simplified planner from Emily Lay. And as you can see on October, I was planning to leave. I put to leave the company on October 18th. I was going to put my notice in at the beginning of October. She just sped up the process. I was planning to leave. So I had 4 months of living expenses saved up. I was getting paid weekly there. So they ended up paying me for about, I think 4, maybe 5 paychecks I got. I got paid 5 times, I believe, after I got fired. And I was like, fine, I got 5 months. I was making about $1,400 from my YouTube channel, a couple $100 from my membership. I didn't know what I was doing running an online business. I filed for my LLC maybe that day or like before the end of that week, I filed for my LLC because I didn't have it before. I'm the queen of make sure you make money and you know the business before you get the LLC. So I filed for my LLC that week. I did not know what I was doing, but I was determined to figure it out. At 29 years old, I felt free. The number one thing I knew I wasn't doing, I was not getting another 9 to 5. Now, I toyed with the idea of getting a serving job, but I would have tried to do like a breakfast serving job because Kinsley was in school. So I was like, my fallback is that I can walk into any restaurant and get hired. My issue was I needed nighttime care for Kinsley because at this point, her dad wasn't in the state anymore. If her dad would have been in the state, I would have nighttime served on the weekends and had her been with her dad. But he wasn't in the state anymore. He had to leave for a much amazing job opportunity. Nothing against him. So I was like, if I have to get a job, it's going to be a serving job because I can make $400 to $500 on a weekend, and that will suffice. That will be like enough cushion in between. I also had started Instacart in 2018, so I was like, if I need to Instacart, I can also Instacart while Kinsley's at school, or I can Instacart on weekends with Kinsley to supplement our income. But what I knew I wasn't going to do was go back to a 9 to 5. I had prayed about having my own business and not working at a 9 to 5 by the time I was 30. My birthday's in February. I got fired in August and I was 29. So I took that as the sign from God to grow my business. Okay. I felt stuck at work. And I also want y'all to know the VP that fired me, my work husband called me a month later. He was like, you won't believe who got fired. And shout out to my work husband. He knows exactly who he is. It's been 5 years and he will forever be my work husband. So shout out to him and his wife because they are awesome. And I still text him. I haven't seen him in a while, but I still text him. We still chat. He's forever going to be my work husband. Okay. And he called me and we keyed on the phone. You want to know what he told me? He's like, yo, you won't believe who got fired today. I'm like, who got fired today? The damn VP that fired me. It was about maybe 5-6 weeks later. I was like, look at that. Look at that karma. Me and him keyed on the phone. And it was a whole bunch of wild stuff. She was doing some wild stuff. Stuff that, listen, listen, stuff that we had questioned was questionable, and it finally caught up to her. The company finally put two and two together and was like, she making out like a bandit. Now, this is alleged because we don't have it directly from the horse's mouth, but allegedly, some of the stuff that we was putting together was some of the reason. This is a margarita. It looks like a smoothie. Yes, it does. Right? Tonight, it's a margarita. In the morning, I'm a smoothie girl. At night, it's a margarita. So basically, it's a tequila smoothie. We have strawberry, banana, peach, and mango. It's mango mix and strawberry mix, and then frozen strawberries, frozen bananas, and frozen peaches. Hey, Kimberly. So happy to have you here. Listen, I'm drinking and I'm telling a story. So this live is going to be long. So please, if you have any questions, let me know if you have questions in the comments, anything about this story. Okay. So she got fired and I was like, see, that karma, even funnier, even funnier. And I don't know if my old coworker wants me to say this, but I'm about to say it. I think maybe like 2 years later, one of my previous coworkers, COVID happened. This is the other thing, y'all. 6 months later, COVID happened. The world shut down in March. I got fired in August. God set me up for the pandemic. Because guess what? All the recruiters got laid off. They worked from home, I think, for a month. Then they all got laid off. The first 4 or 5 weeks, they were working from home. Then the call center was an in-person call center. They weren't set up to do online. Eventually, they set up to do work from home because the company can't make no timeshare. Makes money when people buy timeshare. The way they get people to buy timeshare is they sell vacation packages. The recruiters that I worked with, they recruited people in the call center to sell the vacation packages. So if no one's selling packages and no one's going to the resort because the world is shut down, ain't nobody selling timeshare. So the company is not making any money because they're not selling any timeshare. It's a timeshare company. They make money when they sell timeshare, right? So eventually they went back to selling vacation packages that people could use in 2 years, but you pay now and go on vacation in a year when the pandemic lets up or when the world lets up. That was before we knew what we knew. They all got laid off. God was preparing. I was already prepared. So they all get laid off, okay? Some of them get called back to work a few months later. Some of them don't. One of my coworkers, who I was fairly close with, she got a job at another company. About 2 years later, why was that VP up in her inbox is such and such position available? She said she left her on red. I was like, retribution, because she made our lives hell in certain instances. Certain instances, she was okay. She did some good things for us. She did some nice things for us. But if we look at the other side of it, there were certain things where we was like, ma'am, this is making our life harder. Why are you doing this? And it wasn't just the normal bureaucratic business crap. It was some stuff she was intentionally doing that just made our life harder. Why? So she says she left her on red. That I kikied over that. That made me feel great. But let's get back. I felt stuck at work. I literally wrote, following dumbass rules that people in the ivory tower created weren't practical. I've realized I've always been like this. My sister says I have a problem with authority, and she's right. I have a problem with working with people who are just not as smart as me. And I don't claim to know everything, and I don't claim to be the smartest person. But in most of the jobs that I worked, it's come on. It doesn't have to be this hard. I'm going to tell you a story about a place that I worked in college, a very basic college job. I worked at My Gym Children's Fitness Center. It was a children's gym. The kids came there. They did circle time with their parents. We did fitness activities with them, from babies, helped them start walking, apparatuses, all the things, okay? Again, I was a great worker. I was a lead teacher. My sister was an assistant teacher. My sister was in high school working at this job. I was in college. So there was a weekend where only my sister and I was working in the gym. So when I tell you, I'm the lead teacher, my sister's the assistant. Me and my sister are working Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. My sister's staying in my dorm room because the gym is close to my college. So my sister's staying in my dorm room with me, and we're working for the weekend. So I believe this was a Saturday, and we had just done birthday parties all day, or no, it was a Friday night. We had I think we had a late night birthday party, and we had classes on Saturday morning, and then we had birthday parties. So there was a list of certain things we clean at night and certain things we clean in the morning. So with me and my sister being the only two people working all weekend, we knew what we cleaned at night and we knew what we cleaned in the morning. The other thing I want to say is there are only two of us. And in the mornings, a lot of parents are coming in. We have parents coming in doing a trial and they have questions about signing up. They want to know the packages. We got to enroll them. Also, as the lead teacher, I'm supposed to be in the office checking messages and my sister's supposed to be cleaning stuff. Okay. And we're also like setting up for parties, like in the back. So what I told my sister, I said, once we're done cleaning everything on Friday night, I told my sister this, I was in the office doing messages or something. And I told my sister, I said, listen, everything that's done for Friday, once it's done, start doing our morning mat cleaning. So that way, when we come in, we don't have to clean. We can go straight to the parents. I can do the messages. You can start getting some of the party stuff together, counting the plates, the cups, making sure we have enough goodie bags for the parties. So when the parents, because we usually get there 30 minutes before the gym opens. So instead of cleaning, she could be doing our birthday prep. Because a lot of times we never had enough time. We were always rushing around. And I said, we got a lot going on. So start cleaning the morning mats so I can do messages. And if parents come in, you can help me start enrolling them and getting the birthday stuff prepped. So the owner of the gym was in. She was in the back. So she comes out and she sees my sister cleaning morning mats. And she says, oh, we do those in the morning. Why are you doing them now? She said, oh, Krys told me to clean them now. So she comes into me. She's like, oh, you told her to do the morning mats? And I said, yes. Me and her are working all weekend. And I explained the whole thing to her, my logic. I'm cleaning now because we're going to close the gym and no one's coming in until me and her open it in the morning. And I was explaining to her, I was like, because in the morning on Saturdays, it gets overwhelming. And instead of her cleaning, I need her to help me with the parents, making sure everybody has socks, like just helping. And she straight face was like, no, we're supposed to clean those in the morning. You can't clean them at night. And I said, but we're the only people working. No one else is coming. We're going to clean it tonight, lock the gym door. No one's going to touch it. It's not going to get dirty. And then we're going to open in the morning. It's going to be clean and ready for the morning. No, we're not supposed to clean them at night. You only clean them in the morning. Don't have her do that. And me and my sister just stood there and looked at her. And I was like, okay. At this point, I was 19. I was pissed off. And I was like, okay. But little stuff like that ticks me off because I'm telling you the reason why I'm doing it. It's a logical reason. You ain't about to be here. You're not about to be here. Me and her about to be here for 2 12-hour days. We're not doing overtime. We're not working off the clock. We're doing it within our time. We finished all of our Friday stuff. We still had like maybe 30 minutes on the clock. So I was like, let's do some of our morning stuff now so our morning can be less crazy. Because then she'd be mad if I don't get to the messages in the morning. There was Saturdays where I couldn't get to the messages until Sunday or sometimes Monday because we were so busy. Okay? That made me so infuriated because I'm like, it logically makes sense to do it now. So that's why my sister doesn't have a problem with authority. But you see how that was to me, it makes sense. I'm trying to help us all out, and she didn't care. So I've always tried to find the best way to get the results that my managers, the company, my job required in the best way possible. But a lot of managers don't want you to do it any way that's not their way. And sometimes their way used to work, but it doesn't work now. And I feel like that's a lot in life. Things that worked for me when I was 21 do not work when I'm 33 today. And that's a lot of things in life. And some things still work the same. But sometimes we have to evolve. And this was when she wasn't in the gym every day anymore. So you weren't seeing the rush that we were getting on Saturday. I also ended up quitting that job in a screaming fit with one of the managers because he was forcing me to do stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to be here. Let me better use my time for this instead of trying to make me sit and go through this with you when I could be doing this to help us. So I quit that job in a screaming fit because I was sick of him. Like, she put him in there and I was like, I can't deal with you. Anywho, okay. I'm happy that I got fired because I could finally be myself again. I wrote down, I'm loud, I'm outgoing, I'm rambunctious, I'm extremely emotional, and admittedly crazy in a good way. I had to tone myself way down at work. And I feel like in a lot of corporate situations, I've had to tone myself down. And not having to do that anymore is so freeing. Being able to be me every single day without repercussions, without having to code switch, life changing. I had to always be mindful of how I was coming off because I would be seen as the angry black woman. It happened to me so many times in that job. And I probably say maybe one time I was a little bit too much. But outside of that, like maybe one or two times, I got blamed for a lot of stuff that was not even my fault. I got blamed for a lot of stuff that wasn't my fault. And it was so frustrating because it's like all the good, all the hard work, none of that stuff mattered. All they saw was like this situation. And because someone else said I did it, someone else said I said it, they never used to ask me my side of the story. Okay. And that bothers me still to this day. If you accuse me of something and you don't give me a chance to explain, I'm upset. And I'm going to explain whether you want to hear it or not. Like, that's something within me. I have to get my side out. You're going to hear my side, okay? I wasn't allowed to be emotional at work. If something good happened, if I met my numbers, we won an award, I could cry. I could be happy. I could be tears of joy. But if I'm having a bad day, if I miss my numbers, if I cry bad emotions, they always say, you got to take the emotion out. You're too emotional. You can't be negative in here. And I found myself trying to conform to these corporate ways. And I'll never forget, I went to this corporate trainer, Stacy. She was another black woman. And I had to go to a black woman because white women have never experienced that dynamic at work. Like, you don't know what it feels like to have to be made small simply because of your race and like how you are as a person. So I found a black woman trainer who had moved up the ranks, and I was sitting at her desk and asking her to teach me how to not be emotional. How do I not be emotional at work? And that broke me inside because I'm like, I can't be me. I'm okay. And I'm like, I can cry happy, but I can't cry sad. Like, y'all are tripping me out. Okay. Maybe it's just me not understanding the corporate culture, but I could not do it. So that made me just feel stuck and small. So I was like, I can't do this. So when I got fired, all of this freed me. Having to ask permission to have breakfast with Kinsley at school, pick her up for a sports event, just go visit my family out of state, or anything was annoying as an adult. And I understand that this is the traditional life, but honestly, for me, I just cannot do it. I got freed from all of this and I just cannot go back. And don't let me get started on wanting to work from home. So I was a recruiter. Unless I had people physically coming in for interviews, I didn't need to be at work. During the pandemic, when they sat home and recruited, they recruited from home and they did virtual interviews. And at one point, a section of our team, they only did virtual interviews. They never did in-person interviews. So it's like, these people don't have to work in the office to send a virtual interview link, to send the virtual interview link to the manager for the person to get hired. There was no need, right? The VP, she didn't want us working from home. She did not have a reason besides she didn't want us working from home. Now, our director sometimes would let it slide, like if we had something to do, but it could not be, it wasn't no regular, you get to work home on Tuesdays. We tried to ask if we could each have a rotating day, so someone was always in the office, because I have no problem grabbing my coworker's person for an interview and getting her manager and putting them together. Like, if it's my day in the office, I have no problem doing that. And then on their day in the office, they would do it for me. They wouldn't let us do that. But if we wanted to work from home after 5 o'clock to still recruit and meet our numbers, or work from home on the weekends, we absolutely could do that. We could work from home on our time, not on their time. I got freed from that. I got freed. I felt so stuck and so small. I felt in a glass box. And when she told me I was fired, I felt the chains and the glass just breaking around me. I was so happy. I was so relieved. Like the pressure to be perfect was gone. Now, business wise, the day I got fired, my mind was going 1,000 miles a minute. I didn't tell my audience for the week. So I got fired on a Monday. I didn't tell my audience until Friday. So I went home that Monday. I stayed home all day. I worked on Krys the Maximizer. I came up with this master plan, and then I went live and we had an anniversary party. Y'all, they didn't know the difference until Friday when I did another live and told them I got fired, and I told this whole story. And you can watch the video on my Krys the Maximizer YouTube channel, the how I got fired and said thank you. That is one of my most viewed videos. It has like almost 15,000 views. Like I got fired and said thank you. It was awesome. Business wise, I made a plan. So my plan was I was going to sell my first course, and I did in September. Sell the hell out of my $5 membership, and then I had like a $10 tier and maybe a $15 tier of my membership. I sold some t-shirts. I signed up for a business conference that was happening in November with who became my business coach. So I decided to get a VIP ticket because she was literally in my city. So that was my business plan. I was free. Also in August 2019, I hired my VA, and I hired her right before I got fired. And then when I got fired, I was like, whoops, I guess we're working together. I was free. I was free. I like flustered my way from August to November to work on my business. Now I was making some money, but not a lot. And I didn't know what I was doing running an online business. In September, I went to a retreat, and then I was in Baltimore. We got stuck with the hurricane. So I had to push my course launch back by a week because I was stuck in Baltimore. I didn't have everything, and I just was overwhelmed with it. But I sold my course. My first course sold. 10 people bought it. I made $1,000. I sold the course for $100. I made $1,000, and I was like, oh my God. Like I was so excited to make that $1,000. Okay. In November, I went to my coach's live event. I paid $500 to get a VIP ticket. And that also helped change my life. I invested $6,000 in her 6-month coaching program. It was $1,000 a month. At that point in my life, I'd only paid $1,000 for tuition, my car down payment, and my rent was like $1,035 or $1,050 a month. So I was like, I'm paying this woman just as much as I'm paying rent. In that moment, I was terrified. I was like, I can't pay her $1,000 a month. Like, what am I thinking? But I knew deep down inside of me that if I wanted to run an online business, I needed to learn from someone. There was no coupon coaches. There was no one teaching money saving in the way that I was teaching it, including couponing, budgeting, and meal planning. There's so many budget coaches. There's so many money coaches, but not people who are experts in couponing, teaching it together to the audience I was teaching it to. There was no one who can teach me to do what I wanted to do, but my coach could teach me the strategy of running an online business, and I can make it fit to what I want to do. So I invested that first $1,000. I scraped it up, and I was like, Lord, I don't know. From what I learned from that 3-day live event alone, I went home and I invested my $1,000. We didn't even have a class yet. I went home. I implemented all the changes she told me, and I had almost a $3,000 Black Friday. And it was like less than 2 weeks away because her event was like November 11th, 12th, 13th. Black Friday was like the 25th or the 26th. I implemented the changes, and I had almost a $3,000 Black Friday. So I made my $1,000 back. I made $1,000 for December, and I made another $1,000. I was like, I made the right investment. I made the right investment. And since then, I've been able to make multiple 6 figures in my coaching business. And it's from taking that investment, not only in the coach, but in myself, because I did the work. When I tell y'all, I showed up on every call except for 2, and that's because I was physically on an airplane and I couldn't change my flight. I listened to every module. I went to every call. I asked all the questions. There was times where it was just me on a coaching call with 2 support coaches, and I milked them for everything that they had. Like I showed up and I worked my ass off to get the results that I desired in my business. And I think in 2019, I made like 50. No, 2019 I only made like 20,000 in my business, and the next year in 2020 I want to say I made like 50 something thousand in my first full year. But we also had a pandemic, so the pandemic kind of like, but I made like 50,000 that next full year of like having my business. And 50,000 in my own business was a lot for me. And I was so grateful because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I figured it out. I was terrified, but I figured it out. Okay. In September, I saw my family. I went and saw my family in December. I think I stayed in Baltimore for like 2 weeks. I stayed until New Year's. I stayed based on Kinsley's school schedule. I went as soon as I think the day or the day after school got out, we flew to Baltimore and we came back like the day or two before she had to go back to school again. We spent so much time with family in 2019 and it was such a blessing. So, how was I free? Okay. I got fired and it freed me. Number one was time. It's so weird to have full control over your time. Because from the time I was 5 until 29, my life was always dictated by school or work. My summers, from the time I was in 7th grade on, I was working. I had a snowball stand, so I was working. And then from 8th grade on, I had a job. And I worked every single summer. Every 40 to 50 hours a week, I worked every single. In college, I worked 2 jobs every single summer. I stopped working on Friday. When I graduated, I literally worked up until graduation. I had 3 weeks off, and then I moved my butt to Florida. And I was in Florida for 2 weeks. I was nannying when I first got here because I did some nannying, and then I was working. Okay. I worked my butt off. I never had autonomy over my time except for my days off. And on your days off, you got to do all the stuff you couldn't do throughout the week. So having all the time was weird at first because sometimes I would work 12 hours in a day, and then sometimes I would work 4 hours and feel so guilty for taking time off. I don't think I took like full days off, like the pandemic, obviously, but I didn't really take like full days off because I was like, I have to work. I have to work. Now, I was working from all kinds of places. Okay. I could work from wherever I wanted because all I needed was my laptop and my phone. And I spent a lot of time in Baltimore with my family, with my laptop and my phone. I found my groove and I figured out what worked best for me. I realized I didn't have to work in the original 9 to 5 time frames. I did not have to work like corporate people. My clients weren't like that. Most of my stuff was done in the evenings anyway, like this, and I was fine with it. I did not have to start working at 9 in the morning and be rigid with my schedule. I took lots of naps. I've been taking a lot of naps this year too, but I took lots of naps. The next way I was free was unlimited earning potential. Now, I was making almost $80,000 a year at that job, gross. And there was a cap because in the job that I was in, you could only make, I think, maybe like 89,000. So there was no way for me to make more than that. With my bonus, the most I could make was 89 in a year. Last year, I had a 6-figure year, and it was actually more than 6 figures. In my business, I had the opportunity to charge $1, $10,000, $20,000. I have the opportunity to have $1 million business. I have the opportunity to pay myself $100,000, $200,000 a year. I have the ability to make as much money as I want. That's freedom to me. I have the ability to do whatever I want creatively. I'm free creatively. I never considered myself creative because I couldn't draw. When now I realize that creativity is anything that you create from your mind. I creatively came up with this business bundle. I creatively created the Money Saving Academy. I creatively created the Side Hustle Society. I've created my frameworks. I've created my systems. I've helped my clients make money. I've helped my clients save thousands of dollars. I've helped 2 clients save over $10,000 in less than a year. Like I've creatively created programs that have impacted people's lives. I am a creative. I get to do whatever the hell I want with my clients, and they love it. I am not the coach for everyone. Some people absolutely love me, and some people absolutely hate me, and that's fine. The clients that are supposed to work with me are going to work with me, and I cannot worry about the ones who don't. I pray they find a coach that helps them get what they want. I've worked since 14, so I can relate. Listen, so for those 24 years, my time was tied up. For the first time in my life, my only time constraints was pick Kinsley up from school, drop Kinsley off, pick her up, take her to gymnastics, wait at gymnastics, go back home. That's it. My life revolved around Kinsley, but she's my kid. That I don't take from her because I decided to have her. I got to take care of her. But my hours that I didn't have her, I got to do whatever I want. It was crazy. I didn't have to ask anyone for permission on how I structure my programs, how I price my programs, the systems that I use. If you're watching this on TikTok and this is resonating with you, could you give me some likes to let TikTok know that you're liking this? Just tap on the screen, give me some likes. We got a lot of people. We don't have that many likes, so give me some likes. Let's TikTok know you're enjoying this live. Thank y'all so much. I could be myself, and I think this is the thing that freed me the most. I get to be loud. I get to curse. Ask my clients, I curse. Some people don't. Thank you, Georgie. Some people don't like that I curse, and that's fine. If you don't like a cursing coach, this may not be. Now, I don't curse a lot, but I say damn and I say shit, okay? I can talk about what I believe in, okay? Now, this is one that may ruffle some of my clients' feathers, but I get to be Black all the time. I get to be me all the time. I get to be rambunctious all the time. And again, some of my clients, they know, but you either are going to love me or not. And guess what? You have the option of who you want to follow, who you want to work with, and who you want to invest in. I'm a Black woman. I'm going to talk about Black issues. I'm going to talk about my beliefs. I'm going to talk about my standpoint as a Black woman. And I get to do that freely, which I could not do in corporate. Okay? Could not. Like my white manager literally said to me, do you feel like you have to work harder because you're Black? And I was like, yes. And she was like, no, you don't. And I'm looking at her like, you don't even understand what you just said out of your mouth. There's nothing that you can say to me in this moment that can prove to me otherwise. Because I was the only one in here who had to be an intern before I got to be a recruiter. And the other Black girl on my team, she had to come in and start making $14 an hour as an admin and eventually worked her ass off to become a recruiter. Even though she had more than enough experience, they could have hired her from a recruiter as a recruiter for day one, but they made her be an admin. So if we look at some of the other people in this office, yes, I was the youngest. I was the most educated. Okay. They was always asking me for my ideas and my input. Always. I did not always get credit for it. Not always. But also, second to the other Black woman in the office who was there longer than me, who had a lot of knowledge, if she wasn't there to ask questions, who do you think they was asking next? If she wasn't there, who was getting asked next? I wonder. It darn sure wasn't my director, and it damn sure wasn't the VP. It was me. Because I learned so much. I learned so much. So I had a lot of knowledge in my brain about the company. And when I got fired, I had been there for what, 4 years? So I had been around. And I started as an intern. Then I was an HR coordinator. So I learned that, yes, listen. She the same one that tried to tell me to tell her what I wanted to post on Facebook before I posted it so no one would get offended. Because I made a post and the VP thought it was about her. And it was. But my post was literally because I had gotten to a tiff with the VPs. And the post I made on Facebook was, don't ever allow anyone, regardless of their title, to make you feel small. Always stand up for yourself. I didn't tag anybody. I didn't say I had a bad day at work. I didn't talk about the work situation. That was my Facebook post. And yes, they followed us on Facebook because allegedly we needed to use our Facebooks for recruiting. So they saw my post. And I didn't get into a tiff with the VPs. A different VP lied on me and said I did something that I didn't do. She email blasted a bunch of people and I responded in all caps that I didn't do that. And I would appreciate it if she had a question about it that she talked to me. And my director says I should not respond in all caps to her. And I said, I didn't care. I said, she lied on me, never asked me what the situation was, and y'all didn't defend me. Well, she said our VP responded back and she apologized to her privately. I said, how about she apologized publicly? How she accused us of stuff publicly. So after that day, I wrote that post. But this is also the time when Black men were getting killed in the streets. This is so much going on with social media about Black people being treated unjustly by people who have titles, police officers, politicians, certain teachers. So it was more. And Freddie Gray had just happened. I am from Baltimore. Okay. Half my family has been in the back of a paddy wagon. So to hear that this man lost his life being locked up in the back of a paddy wagon and Baltimore is on fire, I see my cousins and stuff marching in the streets. You don't get to tell me what to post on Facebook. Like, you do not get to tell me what to post on Facebook. And I told her that. I said, no, you don't get to tell me what to post on Facebook. I'm going to post what I want. As long as I don't tag this company or mention business or mention the job. And she said, well, she thought it was about her. I said, well, if the shoe fits, it fits. Because I didn't say her name. She feels guilty because of what she did. Because she has the VP title and you want me to be the bigger person. And that's when she told me I should cut that VP some slack because her mother's sick. And I said, well, my mother has cancer. Where's my slack? What could she say to that? Because why am I the subordinate having to cut a VP some slack? Why she out here saying stuff that I did and I didn't do it, CCing the whole damn company? Not the whole company, but you know what I mean. Enough people to be like, oh, dang, the recruiters is doing that. No, and no. Get your facts straight before you come. So I had to go in person and smooth it over with this VP, even though she yelled at me again. And I had to get her people to come over for her not to yell at me, to realize I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't. Like, what? I'm going to answer your question in a second, Bray. So, I don't have to speak properly all the time. I'm educated. I have a master's degree. I know how to speak proper English, but I'm also from Baltimore. I can speak slang. I'm also a millennial, so I can speak slang. I don't have to speak properly all the time. Every situation and every conversation does not need proper English, and I will speak broken English whenever I feel like it. And I don't have to worry about anyone judging me or saying crap to me. And Bray, I promise I got your question, okay? And I don't have to prove my self-worth, my education to anyone. I get to show up and be Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer, just me, all the time. And I don't have to worry about anybody doing that. Can I get canceled from the internet? Yes. Do I think it will happen? Probably not. And cancel people keep their ride or die followers and their businesses keep going. But unless I say something super duper egregious, I highly doubt that I'm going to be canceled because I'm literally just being me. Okay. Tonight, we get to celebrate 5 years of me being Krys the Maximizer. We celebrate 4 years of freedom and forever ago. To go. A 9 to 5 is not for me. I'm not going to say never because we don't know what will happen, but I don't see myself ever going back to a 9 to 5. I will freelance and gig work myself to death before I go back to a 9 to 5. I will sell the Money Saving Academy until I'm blue in the face. I will help people start businesses. I will sell bundles like this for $50. I will Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Lyft, Uber, whatever I have to do. But there is no way I'm going back to a 9 to 5. And I also want to say, business is the highest highs and the lowest lows I've ever had. It's not easy. There's times where I make $15,000 in a month, and there's times where I make $3,000 in a month. I usually don't ever make less than $3,000. I don't think I've ever had a month that was less than $3,000. Probably even a month less than $5,000, if I'm being honest. But there's slow months. There's slow times. There's slow weeks. There's days where I'll go without getting paid, like days in the week where no payments come through. And then there'll be days where I have $1,000 day. So I'm not here to paint it all sunshines and roses because it's not. I have had to Instacart. I have had to do gig work because business was slow, and that's okay. I understand that. I'm willing to take that risk. I will take this inconsistent income. But at the end of the day, I made 100K last year, but it wasn't a steady amount of money all the time. There was $20,000 months, and there was $3,000 months, and then there was $15,000 months, and then there was $5,000 months. You get what I'm saying? So it is a roller coaster, and I'm buckled in and I'm ready for the ride. I will take this ride over that steady, $1,200 I was making every single week. I will take this ride. I will take this ride. This ride is not for everyone. If this ride is for you, I would love to help you start your online business. Tonight is the last night to snag my anniversary business bundle. In this bundle, I share 6 tips to help you start your online business. It's 25 minutes. It's a mini training. You can watch it immediately. I'm also going to share with you my 2-page workbook where I list all the websites you can use to start your business for free, as well as all the questions you should ask yourself as you're starting the business. And then you also get a Zoom Q&A session with me where you get to talk to me, I get to talk to you, we get to have a conversation, and you can ask me all of your business questions. That's happening on August 22nd. But you can snag the bundle today. Tonight's the last night to get it for $15.55. So if you want the bundle, if you want to work with me, you want to be in my energy, you want to see if I'm the right coach for you, this is the lowest price my business coaching will ever be. I will not have anything this cheap on Black Friday. I'll never have anything less than probably $30 again. So if you want to learn from me, if you want to pick my brain, if you want to ask me questions, go get the bundle. You can go to my website, krysthemaximizer.com, and get the bundle right now. At 11:59 p.m. Eastern, it's going up to $35. So you can get it for $15 tonight. That's it, $15.55. Like I said, it'll never be this cheap again. All right. I have a new coaching program or a revamped coaching program starting on September 1st. It's going to be less than $1,000, but nothing is going to be less than this $20 ever again. My 1-year program is $2,000. Okay. My one-on-one coaching is $3,000. So if you want to work with me, you want to get a taste of what it's like, get this bundle and do not wait. It's $15.55. When I have a bundle like this again, it's going to starting price. It's not going to be less than $50, $49 at the cheapest. Okay. Because business coaching takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of brain power. And I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on coaching to become the best coach that I am, to become the best person that I am. I've done a lot of work on myself and work in my business to make sure that I can help you get the results that you desire. Okay. So these prices are not just pulled out of my butt. It's based on the value of the transformation you're going to get, as well as the amount of money and time that I've invested to make sure that my programs can work for you. Okay. So I'm going to answer y'all's questions, and I'm going to go ahead and put these ladies who purchased the bundle last night on the wall of fame. So Andrea, I know you're here. We're going to get you up on the wall of fame. I'm so excited to have you in the bundle. So excited to have you. Let's get you up. Let's see if we can fill up the rest of this tonight. And Desiree snagged the bundle. Yes, I can link the website. Give me 1 second. Desiree, welcome. It's in the description box, Whitfield, but I will drop the link in on YouTube right now. If you're watching on TikTok or Instagram, the link is in my bio. So you can just go click the anniversary sale and you can get the link. Okay, let me put it in YouTube right now and Facebook business bundle. Okay, so Desiree, we're super excited to have you. Let's see how many people we can get signed up. I'd love to have 30 people. I think we're close to 20. Let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, we have 15. 15 more would be great. But hey, it's whoever it's for, it's for. I'm not worrying about the amount. I'm not stressing about the numbers. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Okay, so Bray said, hopefully you're still here, Bray. Was it hard to start a business before you knew about a business? So the thing with me is I've always known that I wanted a business. I just didn't know what the business was going to be. So it was not hard for me to start. The harder thing for me was deciding what I wanted to do. And I find that that's the hardest thing, deciding what you want to do. So in the bundle, I have a little mini training to help you decide what you want to do. Also, the coaching program that I'm going to be announcing that's opening, the doors are going to be open for you to buy on September 1st, is going to basically help you go even deeper and figure out how to figure out what business to start, how to come up with your first offer, how to price it, sales plan. So I have details about that coaching program, excuse me, probably next week. I'll be sharing the details of what that program is going to entail, the pricing, and all that jazz. But this bundle is a good start. The bundle is a good start. So I think the harder thing for me was figuring out what I was going to do. So I started with a HR recruiting business. I was recruiting nurses, but I didn't love that. So what I explained last night was I took a week off of social media and I prayed and prayed and prayed. And I was like, God, what is my business going to be? And now I have a much better strategy to help you figure out what your business is going to be based on what I did. But now I have it more streamlined, like really understanding what you like to do, what you're good at, what brings you joy, what excites you. So couponing was put into my spirit. So I knew what my business was going to be. Then I took the time to figure out how to monetize it and how to make money from it. So I think the harder part is deciding what your business is going to be and committing to it for at least 6 months before you quit it or do something else. I think that's the hardest part. Hey, that girl still blessed. So I think that was the hardest part for me. I've always known about having a business. I've always wanted a business. Like my whole life, I knew I was going to be a business owner. Like when I signed up for college, I signed up as a business major. Then I changed to nursing. I don't know why I did that to myself. But I've known I always wanted to have a business, like my whole life. Oh, you signed up? Okay, let me go to the site and get you on the wall. Yay, so excited to have you. Oh, 2 people signed up. Okay, let's see who we got. So excited to have you on the bundle. So if you want to sign up for the bundle, you can go to krysthemaximizer.com, KRYS themaximizer.com. All right. Oh, I hope I say your name right. Okay, let's see if I say your name right. Kedria? Is it Kedria? I hope I'm saying it right. Welcome to the bundle. We're so excited to have you. We're so excited to have you. So excited to have you. Markedria. Tell me if that's right. Markedria. Yay, I got it. We're so excited to have you. There was something I saw that I needed to do really quick. We're so excited to have you. Okay, I see one more. Hold on 1 second. Emails, edit, yes. Y'all, I'm so excited. Oh, look, it's my mother. Just call me Kedra. Okay, Kedra. My mother's here. Hi, mother. How you doing, mother? Hi, mother. I love you too, Kern. Y'all, my mom is so funny. My mom is in my coaching program, y'all. My mother pays me to be her coach. Ain't that funny? And she be doing the work too, y'all. She's real funny. She be doing the work. Okay. Kedra's here. We're so excited to have you. Let's get you up on the wall of fame. Okay. Let's see who's next. Come on. My computer's going slow. Now it's frozen. I feel like I brought so many programs and ebooks, but I really need to stick to it. Thank you for being my coach. You're the best. Yes. Listen, I understand. It's all about you deciding that it's the right time and finding someone that you can connect with. Because sometimes when you buy a program and there's like no support in the program, then you don't implement it as well. And then sometimes you buy programs and it's just not the right fit, and that's totally fine. I did On the Road to Full-Time program in 2017. It was a good program, but I just wasn't mentally ready and I didn't have the right business for that program. So I was trying to do that business with my coaching business that I had, but I didn't love that coaching business. I didn't really want to do that coaching business. So yes, I was making these plans to like take it full time, but like it didn't really happen. It didn't really happen. So if I would have went back and implemented it with my Krista Maximizer, then I would have been great. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up about it. You can always go back. And as long as you still have access to those things, you can always go back to those things. But I love to help you. And most of my programs come with live support. So like my group coaching program, that's a year. We meet 3 times a month. We have texting access to keep you on track. And I'm following up. I'm checking in. I'm seeing how everyone's doing. That's the program my mom's in, the Side Hustle Society. So if you decide that you want long-term support as you grow your business, that may be a great option for you. And Kayla, welcome, welcome, welcome to the bundle. So excited to have you in the bundle. I think we're almost filling up our row. So how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So how did I count? I must can't count. Anywho. So yeah, we're happy to have you, Kayla. Any other questions? Does anyone have any questions about my story, about how I got fired and freed? Any questions about starting your business? If you want to snag my business bundle and get a taste of what it's like to work with me, my business bundle is on sale for $15.55. It includes my mini training of how 5 tips to start your online business. It includes a 2-page workbook that has all of the questions that I ask you to ask yourself in the training, as well as all of the websites that I share. And then it also includes a Zoom Q&A session with me that is going to be happening on August 22nd. So that's the day 5. So day 5 is a private Zoom Q&A session that you are going to have with me, and you are going to have the opportunity to ask me all of your questions. You're going to have the opportunity to ask me all of your questions. So that's happening on August 22nd. Okay? That's happening on August 22nd. So if you're interested, let me know and I'll get you the link. You can sign up right at KristaMaximizer.com. Okay? So what questions do we have? And it's only $15. It's only $15. It's only $15. Okay. And you can sign up at KristaMaximizer.com. I need to push to do business online. Yes. So excited to have you. We're so excited to have you. Okay, so any questions? Whoops. Do you have any questions for me? Questions. I'm very excited for my 5 years. Now she over here on Instagram. Thanks, Kerm. You should have gave me some likes on TikToks. Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining. We're celebrating my 5 years. How is everyone doing? I know some people are just jumping on. I'm just making sure I have everybody's name on the wall because I feel like I missed someone. So I'm just double checking. everyone's name who needs to be on the wall. Does anybody have any questions for me? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, I'm right. All right, I have everyone. I was freaking out for a second. I was like, I'm missing someone, but I'm not missing anyone. Okay, someone else just joined. Yay! Yes, I was just checking. So someone just signed up. Dr. S. Shepherd. I don't know your first name, but we'll say Dr. S. Shepherd. Let's get you up on the wall. Yes, everyone who signed up for the bundle, your name's on the wall. That's everyone on the wall is everyone who signed up for the bundle. Okay, it's Cherie. Okay. Let's get you up. I'm gonna answer your question. She says, so the 15 thing is not the coaching program, right? Okay, so the $15 business bundle is just that. It's a mini training, it's a workbook, and it's a coaching. It's a Zoom Q&A. If you want more of my coaching, I'm going to talk to you about how we can work together on August 22nd. So when we do the live Q&A, we will talk about what my coaching programs are, how we can work together. I have my 1-year program, the Side Hustle Society, and then I actually have a smaller program that I'm going to be doing that's going to be super intentional. The Side Hustle Society is for you if you already have your business idea together, you know what you're going to be selling. If you don't know what you're going to be selling, the program that I'm going to have starting September 1st is going to be the best option for you. And I'm going to lay out both of those options for you on August 22nd. If you're like, nope, I want one-on-one, because I do have a 6-month one-on-one program, that's $3,000. We'd work together for 6 months. You get 3 calls with me a month. You get voice texting option, voice coaching with me every single day. You get text options with me every single day. But one-on-one is where me and you, it's just me and you, and we grow your business from scratch, or we build on the business that you already have. Whereas the group coaching programs, you're with a group. So Side Hustle Society, if you already have your business idea, you know what you want to sell, Side Hustle Society, it's a 1-year program. If you don't know, I have a new program. It's actually the Brain to Business Bootcamp. I'm extending it out. It's going to be a little bit longer. I've ran this program in the past where it helps you figure out your business idea, your first offer, and price your first offer. So we're going to spend a few weeks together getting all of that together. Once you do the Brain to Business Bootcamp, the next step is to go to the Side Hustle Society to get your sales and your marketing plan and you ready to actually make your first sales. So that is the progression of my coaching. If you're like, I want to start one-on-one tomorrow, then you can definitely shoot me an email. You can respond to the email that I sent you with the details and say, hey, I'm ready for more now. And we can definitely get you the link, get you set up and all that jazz. Otherwise, on the 22nd, when we have the Q&A, I'm going to lay out the coaching options. And if you can't join us live for the whole thing, you can send your questions in early and I'll answer them and I'm going to send a replay. So I'm getting Dr. S. Shepherd up on the wall, but Dr. S, thank you so much for joining. We're so excited to have you in the bundle. So now our row is complete. So 2 more will get us to 20. So who else wants to join the bundle so we can at least get to 20? Who wants to join us so we can get to 20? Congrats on 5 years. We were here when you took the leap. Marjorie, thank you so much for supporting me. I know my OG Kristen Maximizer fans are here. I'm so excited. So excited for all of you. So excited. I thank you so much for your support, because there's no Krys the Maximizer without all of you. There's no Krys the Maximizer without you watching my videos, liking my videos, engaging in my content, and all that. Hold on. Bay is texting me. TikTok said, great, you've been live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. So thank y'all so much for my OG subscribers. With that, I started a brand new YouTube channel. I've started a new YouTube channel. This is my business one. So my current YouTube channel, Krys the Maximizer, is going to stay all couponing. So anytime I go couponing, I'm going to share it on Krys the Maximizer. But my new channel is called Build a Business with Krys. So if you are someone who's ready to start a business, if you've bought this bundle, make sure you subscribe to my new YouTube channel, Build a Business with Krys. Build a Business with Krys. Okay? Build a Business with Krys. The link is on my TikTok and Instagram. It's up for you to subscribe, as Kinsley was saying her old days, subscribers. New video, the videos are dropping tomorrow. So at least 2 videos are dropping tomorrow. I've already got them uploaded. I'm so proud of myself. I just got to do description boxes. and get them ready to go and get the thumbnails up and all that. But I'm excited. So the workbook should be in the link that you get that says welcome. So in the welcome email, the workbook is a Google Doc. So all you do is click the button that says make a copy. Okay, so in there, the workbook's in there. So you get the workbook as soon as you get the email. So in the email, there should be a link that says workbook, and then you click make a copy. So if you don't have a Gmail, you got to open it with Gmail, make a copy, and you'll get access to the workbook. Okay, so it should be in your welcome email. Let me know if you don't get it, but it should be in there. And you don't have to ask me for access. All you do is just click make a copy. Because the workbook goes along with the training. And then the 22nd is just our Q&A. So I'm not doing a live teaching on the 22nd. That's for you to bring your questions. So make sure you watch the training, you implement as much as you can, and then bring whatever questions you have to the Q&A on the 22nd. Does that make sense? So make sure you go subscribe to my new channel. New videos are dropping tomorrow. Once I get up and get all the stuff put in, I will make sure to get those up. Okay? Any other questions? That's a great question. Any questions about the bundle? Any questions about my 5 years? Any questions about my journey? I know I talked a lot. I mean, I've done 3 hours of live the past 2 days. I know it's been a lot. But if you've been here for both days, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm gonna turn my fan on because your girl is hot. What any other questions you have? I'm gonna get off here soon. But any other questions y'all have? I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to have y'all. You didn't get, you should have already got the welcome email. Let me double check, but you should have already gotten the welcome email. So check your email for from Krys the Maximizer, because you should have got it. Let me see. If you didn't, let me see if I can resend it. Yeah, it says you got it. Let me see. It came on August. It came yesterday when you signed up at 9:23 p.m. So in that email, see, this is the thing about an email service provider. It tells me exactly when she got the email. It tells me the time. It shows me that it was delivered, but you didn't open it. So when you click that workbook, you can just make a copy. Okay. So your workbook's in there. Everything you need's in there. Okay. Perfect. I see that you got it. Awesome sauce. Anybody have any other questions? I forget what I was saying. I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to have all of y'all here. I'm very excited to help 18 ladies start their online business, answer all your questions, do all the things. I'm just grateful. You know, when I started this, I did not have massive expectations. My goal is to reach $1 million business. I'm thinking within the next 5 years, my goal is going to be to make $1 million in 1 year, but I have to grow to that. And I want to set big goals for myself. I want to go bigger in the next 5 years. I still feel like I did a lot of great things. Oh, my new YouTube channel, I dropped that for you. Oh, yes, I'm so excited that you subscribed back then. But I have such big goals for myself. And one thing that I realized I've done a lot in the past 5 years, but I also feel like I played small. I feel like I could have done bigger. I could have gone bigger. I could have done more, but I chose to play small in some arenas. And sometimes it was okay. And in other instances, I feel like it held myself back. You know, in other instances, I felt like I held myself back. But for the next 5 years, like when we get to the 10-year anniversary, I want to be celebrating my $1 million year. I want to be celebrating helping my clients make 6 figures. I want to be celebrating like on a retreat. My 10-year anniversary, I'm gonna have the retreat during my 10 years. So I'm having my Maximizer Money retreat. I'm not having one this year. I'm gonna have one next year. So in 2024, we're gonna have a 6-day, 5-night Maximizer Money retreat. But I want to make sure that on my 10 years, I'm celebrating during a retreat. We'll have to do it during August, which August is just kind of expensive. So even if I don't do a retreat with my clients at that time, I want to be somewhere celebrating 10 years in business. But I want to go bigger. I want to promise myself to believe in myself a little bit deeper. I want to promise myself to take bigger risks, be more creative, and I want to help 100 women start their business. This is a start, but I want to help a minimum of 100, preferably 1,000. But to start, I want to hit my first 100 women that I help start their business and then grow from there. So new videos starting will drop tomorrow. My first 2 videos are dropping tomorrow. I'm so excited. And for the rest of August, you can expect a video every single day on the new YouTube channel. So every day I'm going to be uploading for the rest of August. And for most of September, you can expect a new video every single day. Every day. Every day. I'm so excited. And just so grateful. So I'm definitely going to stick with myself and promise myself to set bigger goals, to go a little bit harder. I just raised my prices, so that's good. My one-on-one price has been the same for like almost 2 years, so I just raised my one-on-one prices. I want to go bigger. I want to do all the things that I've dreamed of. This is an amazing start, but I know that I can do more. I know that I'm destined for more. I know that I'm destined to help a lot of women. So I want to help my first 100 women start a business. And, fill up my group coaching programs, fill up my one-to-one, and just help. I have social media questions. Perfect. Shauna, I'm not sure what time it's going to be. Not sure what time yet. I haven't decided. What time yet. I haven't decided, but the videos are all edited and ready to go, so I'm excited for that. I haven't decided yet. Okay, Cece. So, Olivia, just list out your questions. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to let everyone ask one question first, and then I'm going to open up the floor. So if people have multiple questions, I want to make sure I go in order to make sure everyone gets at least one question, and then I'll open up the floor, kind of go in order again, like go around again to make sure everyone gets their questions answered. So make sure we bring them. Did you find the email, CC? Let's see when yours went. Hold on. Let's see. Any other questions? I can see when yours was sent. I see that yours was sent. You signed up on August 9th. So you got an email on August 9th and an email on August 10th with your information. So your welcome email was sent on August 9th, CC. Yes, he did. Definitely. So I'm very excited. To be here. It's not what I thought, but it's definitely where I need. Okay. All right. I see Tanya signed up. Hey, Tanya. So excited to have you. Let me get you into the bundle. All right. We need one more to get to 20. Who else is interested in the business bundle? Are you ready to start a business? Are you nervous about starting a business? Have you been wanting to start a business, but you're scared? You're wanting to start a business, but you're unsure. You've been wanting to start a business, but you're like, there's no way. Ain't no way. You're like, how can I? No one will buy. I'm scared. It won't work for me. Right? One thing I learned with this business and from my business coach, the thoughts that you think become your reality. So one of my biggest business tips is work on your mindset. If you are constantly thinking negatively, if you are constantly putting yourself down, that's harmful. And I know some people are like, everything can't be positive, but you can choose to find the positive. You can choose to be happy regardless of your circumstances. You can choose to find the goodness in everything. I call it being disgustingly positive. And Tanya, welcome. And one thing that I realized held me back was I was being negative. Now, my whole life, I've always put my mind to something and let it happen. And it happened. Oh shoot, I need to give you another color because we need to do another row. So maybe I'll do right here, and that'll make it 10 across. And then I'll do the next person in the dark. So we can get to 20. I realized for all the big stuff in my life, I set my mind to it. So like I knew I was going to finish the IB program in high school. I did that. I knew that I was going to go to a 4-year college and finish in 4 years. I did that. I knew I was going to move to Florida. I did that. I knew I was going to start some business. I did that. I knew I was going to be full-time in a business. I did that. So all the big decisions that I've made in my life, I set the decision and I worked my ass off to get there. But I feel like with some of the smaller stuff, I lose my faith and I lose my belief in it. And I think negatively. Like I had a really negative mindset. Even though these big things happen, the smaller battles, were kicking my butt. The small battles were hurting me because I just wasn't believing in myself deeply. So in business, I learned belief. So the book, it's a link, CC. So it's just a link in your email. If you have, the welcome email, right? If you go into the welcome email, it's the second link in the welcome email. It's the second link in the welcome email. So it's not an actual book. It's just it's a link to a Google Doc. So it literally says, in the August 9th email, it literally says workbook link. Okay? It literally says workbook link. And then it also says make a copy of your workbook here. And then it says workbook link. So there's 2 links to it in that one email. Okay? Like, hold on. I can do a quick screen share on, hold on one second. So Cece, in the email right here, you have 2 options. It says make a copy of your workbook here, and then it says workbook link. So these are the 2 links. You watch the training, and then you have the workbook in here. Okay? So here and here in that email. And then when you click the link, it's just going to ask you to make a copy. So this is the email you're looking for. All right? That's what it looks like. And that's for those of you who got the bundle. All right? That's what it looks like. And then you got a second email too that also has the link. Does that make sense? So I've had to do a lot of mindset work with myself to stay positive because I was always a glass half empty, and I need to see the glass is half full. The glass is half full. Like anything that I put my mind to will happen. I can do whatever I want. Whatever I believe that I can do, it will happen. My coach will say, you have to decide and then take action as if it's already happened. She would say, journal as if it's already happened. She would say that to me. Thank you, Skylar. She would say that to all of us. And at first I thought it was just so woo-woo. But in actuality, it's the truth. You have to decide what you want and then take action as if it's already happening. She's like, you have to think about the $1 million version of yourself or the next level version of yourself. Okay? Like, you have to think about the next version of yourself. And you have to embody her now. You need to embody the next version of yourself now. And you cannot. Oh, thank you. That was so sweet. Thank you so much for that gift, Skylar. And you have to embody that. And you have to believe. And then you have to do the work. You believe and then you do the work. Thank you so much. Please, Scholar, do you have any questions? Is there anything you want to ask me? Anything you want me to answer for you? I would love to. If you're enjoying this live on TikTok, please give me some likes. Let's get those likes up. We're close to 2,000. Let's get 2,000 likes on TikTok. I'd appreciate it. So I think that'll be my biggest takeaway for celebrating these 5 years. Celebrate all of your wins and focus on whatever the next big goal for you is, even if it's not starting a business. If your next big goal is to get your decals on your car, figure out your time management. If your next big goal is to clean out a closet, maybe it's to get a new job, maybe it's to update your resume, maybe it is to start your business. Whatever it is, I want you to get a journal. My journal is always nearby. I journal almost daily. I realized my life got the best results when I journal daily. I need to get back to journaling daily. I do it a few times a week, but I need to get back to daily. But I want you to get a journal. I want you to write down your biggest goals. And I want you to decide that you're going to work towards that goal. And then I want you to crush it. I want you to decide that you're going to work towards that goal. And then I want you to crush it. I want you to make the plan of action. Like, I want this goal. What does it take for me to get this goal? My coach will say, how do you have to show up to get what you want? What do you have to do to get the results that you desire? What version of yourself needs to show up to get this goal? And then do it. One step at a time. One step at a time. So I'm looking for one more person to snag the business bundle so we can end with 20. One more person. So if you want to start a business, you're interested in starting a business, you're excited to start a business, you feel stuck with starting a business, or maybe you already have a business and you have questions. It's not going the way you want it to go. It's not looking the way you wanted it to look, and you just have some questions and you'd love to ask. The business bundle is for you. It comes with a 25-minute mini training. It's 5 tips to start your online business. It comes with a workbook for you to add for you to answer the questions, as well as get access to the websites I share. And then it comes with a Zoom Q&A that's happening on August 22nd for you to ask me any of your business questions. So you get all 3 of those in the bundle for just $15.55. This is the perfect way for you to get started with your business. And you can sign up at krysthemaximizer.com. The price goes up to $35 tomorrow. So for $15.55, you can get my anniversary business bundle. That's it. That's all. $15.55. You can go sign up for it. Okay? So I'm going to go in like 5 minutes. But are there any other questions? I'm going to stay on until 10. And that would have been 2 whole hours that I've been on live. I haven't done a 2-hour live in forever. 2 whole hours I've been on live. Are there any additional questions? Are there anything that I can answer for you about starting a business, growing a business, anything? Anything at all? This has been absolutely great. Was this helpful? Did you learn something? Do you feel excited? Do you feel motivated? Are you ready to rock? I want to rock. Let me know. I want to thank y'all so much. This has been great. This has been so good. Even better than I expected. Hard to decide what business to start. Okay. We can definitely help you figure it out in the bundle. What are your ideas so far? But the bundle is the best place for us to start to have that conversation. And that's why I want to be a business coach for new business owners. And I want to be known as the business coach that helps you figure out what your business is. Now, the bundle scratches the surface. And then I have my Brain to Business Bootcamp that's going to be starting on September 1st. That's going to be starting on September 1st. That's going to share those details as well. Cecilia, there was a second email that was sent on August 10th. Can you click that one? Do you just need the workbook or do you need the link to watch the video too? So just reply to the email and let us know what you need, and I can make sure me or my team get it sent to you. Can you do that? Just reply to the email and let us know what you need. Just reply to the email and let us know what you need. Because if you don't have a Gmail, then that could be a reason that's holding you back. Because let me see. Do you have a Gmail? Oh no, you're with a Yahoo. That's what it is. You gotta open it with Gmail. So just reply and I can send you like a PDF version of it. But just reply to the email. Just reply to the email. Just reply to the email. Yeah, but if you have a Gmail, you might just have to open it with the Gmail. I was trying to make it with Gmail so you could like type right into it. Ooh, we got 20 subscribers in the new channel. So excited. Videos are dropping tomorrow. So yeah, Lady Libra, if you want to ask me, if you want to let me know what you're interested in, what kind of business you're thinking about starting, then I can see if I have any thoughts to help you. Okay. All right. Any questions before we go? We are looking for one more person to snag the bundle. I'm about to get off, but one more person to get the bundle so we can get 20. And remember, the price goes up tomorrow. The price goes up tomorrow. So you want to get it tonight. The price is going to $35 tomorrow. $35. And that's still cheaper than the regular price because the regular price I charge for something like this is like $50 and more. $50 and more. Okay? I want to thank y'all so much for being here. I'm hungry. Thank y'all so much for being here and celebrating with me. It's been epic. It's been epic. What is a social media challenge you have? You mean like a struggle with social media? I guess trying not to be on it so much, like personally scrolling. For business, I don't really struggle as much. I think I struggle with right now I'm in this place of struggling because I'm pivoting in my business. I'm in a struggle with consistency right now because I'm pivoting. So I decided to start the new YouTube channel. And as a result of starting a new YouTube channel, I feel like I'm going to be more consistent with my social media. But I've never really felt like social media was a challenge for me. It's such an asset. But I also have a very strict strategy for, not strict, but I have a very streamlined strategy with how I record my content and batch it. So I prefer to batch. So I think now with the new YouTube channel and all of my content being focused on business and not doing any couponing content, I'll be more consistent. But my biggest challenge here recently is just being consistent and showing up. Getting back to showing up on my Instagram stories every single day. Baby. Oh, okay. I'm still live. I'm about to get off. Being consistent on my Instagram stories every single day. In the process of starting a MRR and PLR business, purchase your kit. Okay. What's your name? So I can tell you things. Is your name up here on the wall? And what's an MRR and PLR business? What is that? Like what is that? I've never heard of that before. What is that? You're welcome. But social media is definitely an asset. I've made pretty much all of my $100,000 online from social media. Resale rights. What are you reselling? So I've always seen social media as an asset because that's where I've made all my money. That's where I've done all the things. So I'm in the process of creating ebook courses for entrepreneur called Chase Leaders. So you resell them. You're reselling people's courses and ebooks. So I love social media for that. I resell the master resell rates. I'm not familiar with that, but okay. Sounds great. So people allow you to sell their course. That's crazy. Not crazy in a bad way, just crazy, something I would have never thought of. Gotcha. Well, that's great. Listen, if you like it, I love it. You got to do the business that works for you. You've got to do the business that you love. You got to do the business that works for you. If that works for you, then that works for you. But anyways, I love using social media for business. Social media is what, excuse me, is what made my business. Without social media, I wouldn't have it. I have both. Okay, you got the emails. All right. If you still need help with accessing the workbook, just reply to one of the emails and we'll get it sent over for you. So Digital Pro Business, I hope it works out for you. If you need any support with like growing your business and marketing, let me know. We'd love to help you. You said you got my kit, so I'm not sure if you mean the bundle. If so, I'm looking forward to helping you. Anybody have any last minute questions before I get out of here? Because it has been a while. It has been a while. I want to thank y'all for joining me for this 5-year celebration. We will be live again tomorrow. So tomorrow, where I have a schedule, tomorrow I'll be live and we're going to be talking all about my new YouTube channel. We're going to talk about why I pivoted from being a coupon and money saving coach to a business coach. And we're going to be talking about my new YouTube channel. We're potentially going to watch my welcome video together. So if you want to subscribe to my new YouTube channel, it's Build a Business with Krys. Bay hasn't cooked yet. He's making chili, so I gotta wait for him to cook. But I'm gonna go chill, watch an episode of Chicago Fire, cause I clocked in. I've been clocking in. I clock in work every day, and I worked for 9 hours today. I did scroll for 3 hours, but I clocked in 9 hours of work, including this live, because I include my lives as work. As of right now, I'm at 9 hours and 17 minutes and counting. So I'm definitely gonna go watch Chicago Fire and chill, and I'll just wake up and start working again tomorrow. But tomorrow we're talking about why I pivoted and why I started the new YouTube channel. But the new YouTube channel is Build a Business with Krys. It's linked on my website. It's linked on my social medias. If you need help with business, you want business tips, you definitely want to sign up. Not sign up. You want to subscribe to the YouTube channel. New videos will be dropping tomorrow, which I'm very excited for. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. So we have tomorrow and then we have Monday. Monday, I'm going to be talking about why now is the time to start the business. And it's my 5-year, this is my 5-day live series for my 5-year anniversary. So on Monday, it's why now is the time to start a business. I'm going to be talking about why you should start a business now. And then on the 22nd is going to be our live Q&A for everyone who got the bundle. Okay? So, yeah, I'll see you later. Oh, someone just signed up. It's Nellen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's Lady Libra. Yay, we're so excited. We hit our 20. Okay, which number? I need to do this color. We need to do this color. 2. Do you do two people in one home, or do you have to pay separate? If you're in the same business, you can work together, but if you have two separate businesses, then you would need to pay separately. You know what I mean? But if you mean just for this bundle, I mean, y'all can share. You know what I mean? But if you both want to be on and you both want to ask questions, different questions, and you're not in the same business, then you each need to have your own spot. But if you're in the same business and you're like a team running the same business, then you can absolutely just buy one. Yeah, same business, one for the bundle. Now, if we're talking about like a bigger coaching program, we could work out a deal, because when there's two people, that's more, more for me to coach and mentor and help on. So we can figure out a promotion because you are together. But Nellen, welcome to the bundle. Super excited to help you. So make sure you watch the training and bring all your questions to the live Q&A, because I can't wait to help you. I'm so excited. Y'all are like making my night. Every time I'm like, I'm about to get off, and then it's like, nope, here comes someone else. Okay, let's get you on the wall of fame, okay? Let's get you on the wall of fame. And we hit 20. I'm excited. So excited. Okay, we hit 20. I'm happy. I'm so happy. Y'all have officially made my day. Officially made my day. So excited. I cannot wait to work with y'all. I'm excited. Last day to snag this bundle for $15 is tonight. The bundle will still be available over the next couple days of the live series, but the price is going to be going up. The price is going to be going up to $35. It's been $15.55 for a while. You have until 11:59 p.m. to snag it. Otherwise, it will still be available, but it's going up to $35. It's going up to $35. It's going up to $35. So if I was you, I'd snag it now. This will be the lowest price that you can work with me for business coaching. I won't offer it at this price ever again. It'll always be like $50 or up moving forward. Okay? Thank y'all for celebrating with me. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. where we talk about why I pivoted and why I started the new YouTube channel. Make sure you go subscribe to my new YouTube channel, Build a Business with Krys. Videos will be dropping tomorrow. The videos will definitely be up before our live. I want to have them up in the afternoon. But subscribe, click the notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as the videos go live. So thank y'all so much, and y'all have a good night. Bye.